What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another live stream, and we are early. So nobody can get mad at us tonight. But I have a very special guest on the Geeks and Gamers live stream. I am joined by Random Game User 42, and we call her Random. So how are you tonight?
I am good. Hello, geeks and gamers and everybody. It is an honor to be here. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, it's I'm very excited to finally have you on the channel. We've been talking about this for a while now, and so yeah. So to a lot of people's shock, I put that we're going to talk about Star Trek, and you're like, "Whoa, Jeremy, wait! You don't talk about Star Trek. You don't talk about it." And yes, we are going to tonight because we have Random on here, and also we are Chaos, who's our community manager, Siobhan. She loves her some Star Trek. So we're going to talk Star Trek. We're going to talk Star Wars. We're going to talk about anything you guys want to talk about. So you guys just kind of let the questions fly. We're going to touch on a few topics that are currently going on right now. First thing I want to get into is let's talk about you, Random. Let's talk about you and your YouTube channel and some of the things you cover. How did you get to this point? And just want to say hello to everyone in the chat. I see all of you. I appreciate all of you. So talk to us about your journey into YouTube and where you're at.
Well, it's been a long time. I've been doing YouTube now. I've had two channels. One of them got deleted for doing for like having games that were just had a fraction of adult content in them, and they got flagged or whatever. So I had one channel deleted. I was a gaming channel originally, and on both channels I've had. And now my current channel has been like about a month and a half or 2 months ago. It kind of shifted into more vlog style, Star Wars, Star Trek, entertainment, pop culture sort of stuff. And it's been kind of more of a passion for me. And we've got a great community building. And yeah,
Okay.
because gaming has been kind of dead on YouTube. So
yeah,
so it was a gaming channel, and we just switched. So.
Yeah, gaming's kind of tough to break into on YouTube. I've been seeing that, you know. I mean, obviously we're the Geeks and Gamers channel, but you know, we don't really do a lot of gaming here, and we will be doing a lot of gaming. But we have our Twitch channel and things like that, so we do gaming over there. Obviously, we cover a lot of gaming on geeksandgamers.com. But yeah, it's a tough thing to break into on YouTube. I totally get it. You know, look, we've had this channel for almost 4 years now, and it finally took over. You know, to you know, take off with the Star Wars content. So,
Yeah.
And our audience loves when we talk Star Wars, but we're getting traction and some other things too. And, but you know, along with the Twitch channel. So I definitely love gaming. A lot of people are like, where's the gaming at Geeks and Gamers? And so, you know, we do cover gaming. So, but yeah, so I'm happy to have you on. Doomcock was supposed to join us. And then Doomcock we had some scheduling issues. He couldn't make it tonight, but Doomcock will be on later this week, so don't worry about that. Nicholas Glenn says, Jeremy, you have a woman on here. Have you gone soy? Says Nicholas Glenn. I mean, have you ever watched the channel, Nicholas? Have you never seen Jesse and Anna and all of our mods? I know he's joking, and so
Yeah.
But yeah, and then hello to everyone. I see you all in chat, so thank you so much. I'm trying to get my windows set up here. So there's so much going on right now. I've got so many windows open. Plus we have bad weather in the area because it's Florida. So we always have bad weather in the area. That's how it always goes. Everybody knows that. So, and then, you know, I know people are going to ask some questions, certain things like, you know, what's going on with Mundane Matt and everything like that. I'll just say I kind of talked about Mundane Matt the other day. And my stance on it is he kind of got exposed. He got what I feel was coming to him. He admitted it. He apologized. No need to kick a man while he's down. I'm sure we will have more to talk about that on the High Council this week, which will be on the Geeks and Gamers channel. And so, I mean, if you guys want to ask questions, though, I mean, you can let them fly. I'm not going to not answer questions. I just figured a lot of people have been asking me that, and I did a live stream where I talked about it, and then I did my highlights and I uploaded it, but I kind of titled it where I was talking about Alex Jones, but I actually talked about Mundane Matt. So let's see. Vasco Zozo's closing in on EVS sub count. EVS and I kind of go back and forth on it. I mean, it feels like we have pretty much the same subs, and I'm always fine with that. If if I'm in the same realm of subs as EVS, I think I'm doing pretty good. So
yeah, you guys, you all like kind of just jumped up out of nowhere. I remember like a few months ago, right? Like post Last Jedi, pre Solo, just all of these channels just popped up, just kind of out of nowhere. So, and I know I shifted what I was watching to kind of more accommodate that drama unfolding, and I know a lot of people did. So that's why you guys exploded.
Yeah, it's been a heck of a year, and it's been interesting to kind of, you know, see how many people, you know, come after you when you have a YouTube channel that's taking off and things like that. And I'm like, my goodness, my goodness. So let's see. So well, Matt has 2 channels. He's got $3 Theater and he's got Mundane Matt. They've both been you know, taking a massive hit. They started taking a massive hit when he came on the High Council, and then he's taking even a bigger hit now. So it's crazy. So John Matrix vid, I don't know what vid Q is, or vidic Q, I don't know what that is. Shows you have 71,700 subs, but YouTube shows 72K. Is it rounded up? You know, there's YouTube withholds a lot of subs sometimes, like so it shows a higher number for me than it does publicly sometimes. But I mean, I guess right now, I don't know. I think we're at like 72 and 150 or something like that. So, but we're over 72. So, but it comes and goes. I watch my subs drop all the time. They go back up. It fluctuates all the time. You can drive yourself paranoid as a YouTuber if you watch your subs like that, which I do, but it will drive you crazy. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about was, how are you feeling about this Picard situation with Star Trek? Now, I know Doomcock has had some thoughts on that. I know that a lot of people have had some opinions. I'm not the biggest Trek fan. I do enjoy Star Trek. I watched The Next Generation. I loved it. But I would never consider myself someone that should, you know, speak strong opinions on Star Trek. So what are your thoughts on Jean-Luc Picard returning?
It's so sad. Well, I guess for people who aren't super familiar with Star Trek from the Star Wars community, Picard and Kirk to Star Trek fans are very much like Han and Luke to Star Wars fans. So we know what they've done with Discovery, and a lot of like Discovery has really divided the Star Trek fandom for anybody who's kind of unaware of what's going on in Star Trek. So to hear a new Jean-Luc, or like if we do have a new Jean-Luc sort of show, 5 years ago, I would have been just ecstatic. I would have been just pleased as punch. Now I'm so cautious because of like what Discovery has done to divide the fandom. So I'm of the, I really need to see a little bit more. But right now, we know that Alex Kurtzman's involved. We know that Akiva Goldsman is involved, and those two have just kind of track records of not being the greatest behind the scenes Hollywood writing, producing, or any of that. So I'm very skeptical to see if they're going to do anything good with Picard. Plus, we've heard he's going to be a completely different Picard than what we know. He might not be in Starfleet anymore. It might not even be in the same timeline, in the same universe. There's just all kinds of stuff up in the air right now, and I am very scared they're going to Luke Skywalker Captain Picard.
Yeah, from what I've seen with Discovery, it seems like it might be as, if not maybe slightly more divisive than The Last Jedi even. And I've never seen an episode of Discovery, but I just see people so frustrated, so very frustrated about how that show is played out. Doomcock is obviously one of the leaders of that, and it's crazy. But again, I don't know a lot about it, and I have no desire to watch that show. I don't like the lead actress, you know, that plays in that show. She was also in The Walking Dead. I think she was in Once Upon a Time, which I actually watched Once Upon a Time and enjoyed it for a little while. I liked Walking Dead for the first few seasons, but once she entered, the show was already gone. But I just don't like that actress. So I'm not a big fan of her.
I don't see why she was good. I vaguely remember her in Walking Dead. It was kind of towards me kind of tuning the show out, like a good season before I stopped watching, and I just don't remember her in it at all. She's so unmemorable. And in Discovery, I don't think she's a Star Trek fan. She doesn't seem like she understands the source material, so she plays it very wooden. She's, you know, I give her a lot of crap because I don't think she's very good. I think she would be great as like a reoccurring character on a law drama. you know, play a lawyer, play a woman in prison, you know, play a tough sort of prison. She has a very tough, kind of rough face, I guess is the best way to describe her. She does. Doomcock calls it resting bitch face, or yeah, resting bitch existence, I think he's called her. I don't know.
That's
I
awesome.
just don't think she's very good in Discovery. She's very unbelievable to me. I have nothing but negative comments about Discovery, and I know a lot of people like it. So it does divide the fans so much, and we're kind of at each other's throats just as much as Star Wars fans are at each other's throats. So
yeah. Stephen Walton, Jeremy, post a live stream after so I can watch it, please. Have a great night, everyone. Yeah, when I have live streams where I have a guest, I'm going to leave those links public, because we definitely want our guests to, you know, benefit from being on the channel, get as many subs, get as much traction as possible. So this one will be live. So how I'm doing my other live streams is I'm after I go live, I unlist them. Then I take the footage and I chop it up and make a highlight reel. But in the description, once I upload the highlights, in the description, I put a link to the full video. So everybody will have access to the full videos too. I think that's just going to work better, because like I said, with all the live streams, it kind of feels like it was slowing down the growth of the channel. So, and again, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just experimenting as things continue to grow for us here. And so we've had a hell of a good few days lately. So we'll just keep going. All right, let me see. Let me get into the comments here. Alex G. Alex G is the Mario Kart with a C troll, and he says Mario Kart Chariot. I guess that's what he's saying. And I've run out of excuses for Alex G. I've just accepted that he is going to own me in every live stream, and there's nothing I can do about it. Let's see. Mega Mr. 46. DC hired a lesbian actress to play Batwoman, who's also a lesbian character for the Arrowverse. That's kind of SJW for DC Warner Brothers. Thoughts? I thought, you know, I don't know a lot about this. I did watch, I can't remember his name. He's on the Timcast, and he's got a bigger channel. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he did a video on it. And it looks like, so basically Ruby Rose was hired. I thought Ruby Rose was a great choice for the role. Then the SJWs, from everything I'm hearing, ran her off of Twitter because they were claiming she wasn't gay. Not that that should matter. Secondly, once they found out she was gay, she wasn't gay enough. Then she was too attractive to be a lesbian. It's SJW logic. It never makes any sense, and they continue to make a fool of themselves. In terms of the hire, though, like I said, I mean, I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on that. I've watched some of The Flash. I've never watched any of the Arrow television series. I love The Flash, but Ruby Rose was a great choice for Batwoman. Great choice. And again, you can never please SJW, so why even try? But yeah, you can look at it and go, that was probably motivated to try to pander to the SJWs. But again, when you pander to the SJWs, this is what you get. Have you heard a lot about that, Random?
Well, I've just heard the controversy after the fact, and I think it's kind of ridiculous. Just hire the best actor for the job. I mean, it doesn't matter. I think she makes sense. She's an up-and-coming actress. She's been in a few movies. She was in John Wick 2. She was in one of the, was it a Vin Diesel movie, or I think, I can't remember, or The Rock or something.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah. So it makes sense because she's kind of a hot, age-appropriate, up-and-coming, and I don't mean like hot, physically attractive, even though she is very attractive. I don't think she's I think she's kind of more one of those. She's a good flavor of the month actress, and the sad thing is that they're letting the people comment on. And I guess you would start censoring people if you didn't let them comment on things. But no, I think. You just can't please some people. Why does it matter? What does a lesbian look like? What does an SJW look like, for that matter? I mean, I'm not one, and I get accused of it all the time because I have red hair and glasses. So,
yeah, she's definitely not. She's definitely not. I've got Random's back on that one. So, all right, let me see. So yeah, and that's good points. And yeah, but in terms of, let's see. So I want to follow up on Mega Mr. 46. So DC hired a lesbian actress to play Batwoman, who's also a lesbian character. And so, yeah, I think the only thing you can kind of look into that to say it could be SJW pandering is just the hiring of a quote unquote lesbian actress. But in my opinion, Ruby Rose was a great hire. Yeah, somebody just commented and said she was great in the Meg. She was great in the Meg. I enjoyed her. Go see the Meg, everybody. The Meg is so stupidly awesome. I can't believe how much I enjoyed that movie. If you haven't seen my review, check it out. I never in a million years thought I would enjoy that movie as much as I did. It was really good. So, Jesse James, Star Trek Discovery is SJW crap. Klingons are supposed to be Trump fans. I've heard that. I don't know if that's the case.
According to a lot of the showrunners, they were trying to use the kind of Klingon purity. So they redesigned the Klingons entirely to make them look like dried turd space orc things. They don't even look like Klingons anymore. And they've decided that they're all kind of trying to purify their species and, you know, make Klingon great again. TM. Yeah, it doesn't really fit though, because they're so odd. It does. They don't even act like, you know, you're the stereotypical Trump supporters, let alone, you know, and like any social justice warrior sort of pandering they do on Discovery is just so crap anyway, because none of it actually happens in the show or panders out or plays out in the show. Rather, it's just pandering to the media. So
yeah, and I feel like Trump supporters get marginalized into that little box, just like the Star Wars fans that didn't like The Last Jedi. Look, I don't care if you're a Trump supporter or not. That really doesn't matter to me, and I don't mean like you. I just mean anybody.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I don't care what your politics are. We can all get along. It's cool, but there are people of all walks of life, races, religions, demographics that support the president, and there are people of all walks of life that don't support him. There's no one type of person out there. I know people from Alabama that you would consider a redneck that are I grew up in Alabama that don't like Trump. You know, the marginalizing of people it drives me crazy. You see it with Spike Lee's new movie, this Black Klansman thing, and it's all politically driven, and it's so aggravating. Hollywood just needs to understand we don't care about their politics. Just make good stories. That's all we care about. That's all we care about. We really don't care about it. All right, so let's see. Sanja says the one good thing I'll say about Discovery is that it looks pretty. What do you think about that one?
Well, they throw a ton of money at the visual effects, and they would look pretty if you could see them for more than a minute, in my opinion. But they do put a lot of effort into like the props and the set designs and the costumes, except for maybe the Starfleet uniforms. But they put a lot of work into the Klingon uniforms for sure. And as somebody who really hates Discovery, I can still appreciate one or two set pieces and stuff. But I think for a lot of Star Trek fans, the inconsistencies to the original series are more upsetting, and they kind of outweigh any cool flashy effect that they have. But
I'm about to drop a link to Random's channel in the comments as the Geeks and Gamers channel, and I know Siobhan We Are Chaos is going to be dropping links too. I'm trying to capitalize my letters, so there we go. So there's a link to her channel. Please subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. She's also you're a mod for Doomcock, aren't you, on Doomcock's channel?
Yep. The wrench wench.
Yeah, and so yeah, she's definitely connected within our community, and you know, I'm a big fan of her and her channel, so definitely support her. All right, Zorant, let's see where it goes. Zorant00. How is Picard? How is Picard? There is Star Trek Discovery takes place prior to Kirk's Spock. It seems like they're trying to capitalize on his fame to help their numbers. So how is Picard in Star Trek Discovery from the timeline perspective?
All right, so Star Trek Discovery takes place about 10 years before the original series happens. So the Next Generation, where Picard is from, is about 80 years after. I mean, maybe not 80 years. I think it's about 80 years. I can't remember the exact number, but it's, you know, another generation along. So Picard would have to be not anywhere near the Discovery timeline, because I mean, he would not have been born yet. They might do something where they time jump, but right now it's like all speculation. But it should not exist in the same time frame as Discovery.
Okay. Let's see. Comrade Commodore sending a super chat. Thank you so much, Comrade Commodore. You're always supportive. You know, I always appreciate it, buddy. Jedi Writer, SJW logic is so dumb. To say that she doesn't look gay enough is ridiculous. I've met some real good-looking lesbians in my life. SJW equals stupid. Yep, and that's not breaking news. It's almost to the point where every time an SJW opens their mouth and contradicts themselves, it's almost like it's not even surprising anymore. They lose credibility every single time one of these situations happens. I mean, in my mind, I would think Ruby Rose would be the perfect person they would want for a role. And yet here they are being frustrated because of another reason that they want to invent to be outraged. And it's unbelievable. So I did a hashtag on Twitter and a hashtag not gay enough, the new SJW outrage. So it's like, hey, you're gay? Oh, okay. Oh, wait, hang on. How gay are you? How gay are you? Have you ever slept with the opposite sex? Have you ever been attracted? It's like they have their checkpoints of what makes you gay enough to make you justifiable for their social justice soapbox. It's unbelievable. It makes no sense. All right, let's see. Let me see where we're at. Bill Stevens, what's up, geeks and gamers? It's Bill coming to you with another video. And today we're talking about Proper Jeremy. What's up, Bill Stevens? It's Proper Jeremy here, and I don't mess up my words. I know how to read. I'm not some redneck hillbilly from Alabama who hates on the great Kathleen Kennedy and the great Ryan perfectly round-headed Johnson, but not in a bad way, in a beautiful way, because this little bitty guy is such a beautiful human being for subverting all of you Trump supporters' expectations. And that's why you hate The Last Jedi. Okay. I just winged that whole thing. So, Reed Palantia, Star Trek is in such a mess with the rights split between Paramount and CBS. It's a messy knot. So are they having some rights issues between CBS and Paramount?
Yeah. There's all the Midnight's Edge guys actually know pretty much every detail of this. Like there are things where they say it has to be 25% different according to who owns the rights to the movies versus who owns the rights to the way the TV series looks, because the movies and the TV shows fall under different sort of houses of Paramount. So the TV part went to CBS, I think. Yeah, there's all kinds of rights issues and everything, and they're just trying to cash grab and capitalize on Star Trek, I think, in a lot of ways.
Oh boy. Yeah, that sounds like a mess right there. And it's now I guess the whole thing with Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth have walked away from negotiations for the next Trek film. I haven't really looked too far into that. But I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of problems right now with Star Trek and Star Wars, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're coming at us on all sides, I think.
Yeah, really. Let me see where we're at. Memphis Dale, what's up, Jeremy? Just wanted to say have a good night. Memphis, thank you so much. Always supportive. And, you know, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. John Matrix, I did a review of Black Klansman, and it's a really good movie. Adam Driver is great and better than in Star Wars. It gets political. It does get political at the end. The thing that turned me off about it was the fact that Spike Lee straight up said, like, I hope this gets Trump out of office in 2020. Like, that was what he said. And I'm like, why are you saying this? Like, if you have like a movie that's well done and you're poisoning it with your garbage, why would I go see it? Why would you're alienating a huge portion of people because they don't respect opposing opinions? So it might be a good movie. It's hard for me to look at the Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter right now and take it seriously anymore because you know, there's so many, far left people involved with the reviewing movies. And I think the last time I looked, Black Klansman had like a 97%. So I don't really know what to do with that anymore. You know what I mean? Hey, the Meg had like a rotten score, and I'm like, I loved it. So, and I went and saw Slenderman yesterday.
Oh no!
Let me go ahead and tell you about that. This movie was awful in every single possible way. I'm not going to give spoilers, not that it matters. I mean, the movie is garbage complete and total garbage. There was literally nothing redeeming about this movie. There were no characters in the movie. They literally just hired actors and told them to run around and scream and be dumb as fuck. Like, that's all it was. Like, there was no characters in the movie. There was no development. There was no reason to care about the people in the movie. I did think, like, on the outside looking in, not knowing a lot about Slenderman, I just saw like a couple of images. I'm like, that kind of looks cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be kind of cool. This movie was garbage. Like, it was so bad. So I'm just telling you, like, if you're on the fence, I would not recommend it. If you're a horror enthusiast and you just got to go see horror movies, then probably, I guess, check it out just so you can, acknowledge how terrible it is. It's a bad, bad movie, though. It's really bad. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? J-Sim, good job today on the video about Battlefront survey. Very interesting to see how Disney will twist the information to fit their narrative. Thank you. I got to give a shout out again to Star Wars HQ that I saw their video about it. And when I watched their video, I'm like, this is really good information. Random, did you get a chance to watch that video yet?
I don't think I've watched that video yet. I'm
okay,
sorry.
That's fine. No, I just uploaded it today. And so basically on Reddit, they did a really big
pie chart. The pie chart one. Yeah, I did watch that. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So on Reddit, they did a really big survey of 12,000 users talking about Battlefront. And of course, it was directly about Battlefront. But what it did is it kind of showed you what Star Wars fans are thinking. And I get it. It's 12,000 people. So that doesn't equal everyone. But when you take 12,000 people, that's a pretty big sample size. And the overwhelming thing that you took away from this survey, and they questioned people. I mean, they actually wanted to get their demographics, how much they played Battlefront, did they play the old Battlefront games, all these questions. So it wasn't just like a throw it up there and anybody can vote on it. I mean, they actually did qualify people to an extent. And the thing you took away from it was, number one, Star Wars fans have no problem with female characters because in both polls for the heroes and the villains, Ahsoka won for the hero they like to see most that's not in the game, and Ventress won for the villain that they wanted to see. And that just destroys the narrative of what these Lucasfilm executives try to say about Star Wars fans. And the other thing, too, is nobody gives a damn about the sequel trilogy. Like, people want more prequels. They want more original trilogy. They don't give a damn about the sequels. Nobody cares about this shit except for Disney trying to force us to care about it. And again, you're talking to someone who was really invested in the sequel trilogy after The Force Awakens. I know everybody wasn't. I get that. But I was, and a lot of people were. They have lost, not only have they lost the people that didn't like The Force Awakens, they've lost the people that did like The Force Awakens. They've lost everybody except for the people that were running Ruby Rose off of Twitter. That's your demographic right now. Yeah. That's who you've gotten. And it's unbelievable. Thank you for the compliment on that. So what did you take away from those numbers?
It just kind of reminds me of anytime like new companies kind of come over and change everything. Like, we're gonna buy out your business and we're gonna change everything. And that just seems to me what Disney's trying to do is they're trying to come in and say, okay, well, we bought this big thing. How do we make it for us now? And they're trying to make it for them, but not for the fans that actually like this thing. It really kind of reminds me of New Coke versus Coke Classic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like why change it?
Yeah, and the thing that was funny about the whole thing was George Lucas had his sequel trilogy script laid out, and they came to him and said, "Oh, we're not going to go with that. We want to make something for the fans." And George was like, "I just wanted to finish telling the story." Guess what? What George was trying to do was for the fans. Yeah. Disney, you're trying to do something for your agenda. George was trying to do something for the fans. They are a wolf in sheep's clothing where they're basically trying to say, oh, we're trying to do things for the fans. No, you're not. You're doing things for your agenda, and you're trying to act like this for the fans. What George was doing was for the fans. And so, all right, let me see here. Darth Who, Luke Skywalker returns after 30 years, gets ruined. Picard returning after a couple of decades. We know how this is going to end. Am I right? And Darth Who, to play off what you said, someone said earlier, Jake Luke Picard. So that's going to be the new thing. And there's been some great memes going on about that on Twitter. Again, I wish I knew the details. You know who's calling me right now? Ivan's calling me. Let me just put him on speaker. Hey, what's up, man? You're live on my live stream. So what's up?
Oh, Damn. Well, hello to everyone.
And random game
What's
user
everyone
42.
doing?
Random game user 42 is on here with me. So
Hi, Ivan. Big fan. I love what you're doing with the Last Jedi.
No pun intended.
she said big fan, and she loves what you're doing with the Last Jedi. So by chance, are you at home? Do you want to join us and put you on the spot?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring Ivan into the live stream, everybody. So give me just a minute, Ivan. As long as you're good. I mean, I don't want to bring you on here if you're naked or anything like that.
I just need to put pants on. Good.
All right, give me just a minute. I'll send you a link.
All right.
All right, bye.
For real, do we need to look presentable, or this is just audio type of thing?
It's on camera, but you're always beautiful, Ivan. So it's all good, man. You got that beautiful Mexican hair. It's all good. So.
Awesome. I knew you'd say that. You know what to say.
All right, I'm sending it to you on Facebook.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, and then I do see this big super chat from John T. Net. Give me just a minute, and I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that. So let me open up another window. Let me send this over to Ivan, and we'll bring Ivan on. Is that okay with you, Brandon?
Oh yeah.
I'm sure that's okay with you, right?
Yeah. I love
All
Ivan.
right.
I've never had the chance to meet him, so.
Let's see. Message. And boom. Paste. And there we go. All right. So, okay. So, John T. Net, first of all, thank you so very much for the super chat. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to get my Google Hangout pulled back up. All right. So he says, Hail Random and Zrelami. I can't even say it. So we're going to have to get Ivan to say it. It's great that Ivan's coming on so he can say it. Zrelami. I can't say it. Zrelami of Geeks with a C and Gamers. Hail Chris Pine, Chris with a K. F the Klingons or Kling Orcs. And that starts with a C. God damn it. I can't even read this. It's a good day to smash that Doom wrench button. TM. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that was a tough one to get through, John. I'm good. It's good that you sent a big super chat, so I can't be mad. That was a tough one to get through, though. But no, thank you so much for that. And yeah, don't forget to smash that melee button. And what is yours?
There it is.
Oh, there he is. What's up, Ivan?
Let me plug this thing. Hold
Okay,
on.
no problem. No problem, man.
Can't hear anything. Hold on.
All right, can you hear us?
All right.
Got us?
Yes.
All right. All right. What's up, man? This is Random, me, Ivan.
Hey,
Hello,
Random.
Ivan. Hello, Ivan.
Holy cow, look at all of the things you have in the background.
I'm a DVD collector and toy collector.
Oh my God. You have a porg. That's
I
my
have a
next
few
dinner.
porgs.
All right, let me catch up on a couple. Hey, right now, so somebody did the whole Laramie. How do you say that? It's two L's, Jeremy with two L's. How do you say that, Ivan?
Jeremy.
There we go. See, I couldn't do that. I don't have enough talent for that. So that was from John T. Net, and we appreciate it. Bill Stevens, random game user. To you, what could really fix Star Wars or Discovery, if anything, story-wise?
Oh, Star Wars needs to reset. Discovery needs to I think for Discovery, Q needs to just come in and snap his fingers and say, "Yeah, this is not the right. This isn't right." So I think that would be it. Same thing in Star Wars. You just need to kind of reset from the beginning of at least just retcon Last Jedi, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And Joe Jessup says, bring Doomcock on the stream. Doomcock was supposed to be on the stream tonight, but he had something come up, so he couldn't make it. Doomcock, I believe we have a plan for him. Let me open up my messages and see what time he and I agreed on.
Here, we'll have Doomcock in spirit here. I'll put his photo next to me.
Yeah. So he said, perfect Thursday. It is anytime after 2:30. So anytime after 2:30. So Doomcock and I will pin down a time very soon, and we will get that worked out. All right. So Dave Bautista has responded to the James Gunn pedophile party pictures. someone tweeted him. This is breaking news, everyone. I don't know how long this was, but your director went to a pedo-themed party. Still feel the same way, somebody tweeted to him. Here's Dave Bautista's response. So he says, man, you guys are really reaching, so desperate. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you to go fuck yourself before I block you. So go fuck yourself. Wow. So there's Bautista's response right there. Not mincing any words. So at least he's being clear on his thoughts. So maybe I'll make a video about that. I don't know. What are your, Ivan, what, we haven't talked about this. What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Look, you know, I've said pretty stupid stuff in the past, and probably a lot, you know, recently as well, but nothing that I could say that could be like controversial or extremely damaging to my image I've done on a public forum. So when the James Gunn situation started, I was like, look, he was probably just trying to get some, you know, controversy upon him, to get some press so he can get some notoriety or something. But then the more and more things start to happen, I was just like, this is just weird. Like, this guy might be really into something. And yesterday I did a live stream, and that's when people showed me, hey, look at the pictures of him on this party. And I saw it, and it's just like, dude, like, what kind of like disgustable human being can you be to have, if this is a facade, to have it so constant? And how do you not have like the reasoning, or like being so self-aware to the point of, hey, this might actually like damage my image, especially being famous and a public figure pretty much. So right now with Dave Bautista, I was like, I understand, like, they're probably buddies, and he probably did have a change of heart or something. But you know, the more things are coming up, and now Dave going and say, hey, you know, fuck yourself. I think that was the wrong move. I think that was completely stupid, because now you're just feeding the fire, and now probably people are gonna go against him because now he's insulting the fans, and we know Disney does that, and it has worked so well to them, right?
Yeah, really. Hey, I've told my fair share of people to go fuck themselves, so I can't play the moral high ground on that one, but it's probably not the best decision for him to do that. So I'm going to look further into that a little bit later. All right, Coney Ranger. Oh man, says, my name's Jeremy, and I love the Alabama Crimson Tide. Well, he didn't say that though. He wants me to say that team in West Georgia that I'm not going to say. And we're also not supposed to talk about sports here because everybody gets mad at me. So you're getting me in trouble with my following, and you're trying to make me speak blasphemy. That is just unacceptable, Coney Ranger. But the team in West Georgia is who he wants to talk about, but I can't do that. So nice try. He says, ha, ha, ha. James Reese, I want a t-shirt with Ruin's face on a Death Star blasting the Star Wars logo. It'd say it all. That's a good, hey, you know what? Have you thrown that by EVS? Because you know EVS will probably make it. So you know EVS probably will make that happen. Spirit of Nature, please someone sent this graphics to those graphics to George Lucas. He will be happy to learn about the love to the prequels. Talking about the video I covered earlier. Did you see that video that I did earlier, Ivan, about the pie charts on
oh yeah, that was beautiful. Just to see like the response of people was amazing. You know, I hope that is an eye opener for them.
Yeah, definitely. It was really good information. So let's see. The Grand Inquisitor, what's up, Jer? Hello, gorgeous random, not you, Jer. What the? I thought we had something. What the fuck, man? No, I'm kidding. Not you, Jer. Here have all my shekels. All hail Lord Doomcock. Hail Doomcock. That's a really good super chat. That was a good super chat.
Hey, hail Doomcock. He's in spirit here.
Anthony R. What's up, Anthony R? Man, you were super supportive the other day in the live stream. I really appreciate that. Glad to have you back. Question for both of you, probably all three of you now. Are you hoping for the Fox fanfare to come back to Star Wars once the Disney Fox acquisition is official? 100% for me. I definitely want it back. It's not going to make a movie better or worse. It's just not. But it's just, there's something special, man. Something special about sitting in the cinema and waiting for that Lucasfilm logo and everything like that. And right before it with the Fox fanfare. It's just something special about it. So anyway, what do you guys think?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the music cues so much in any of these, whether it be like just the title, the opening title crawls, or the opening, cards for the studio logos. Yeah, they're so important because you know what you're watching. Same thing with like The Simpsons. If you didn't have the Fox thing, or at the end of South Park, if you didn't have their end logos, they're recognizable, and they kind of trigger an emotional nostalgia in your in your feelings, all that stuff. So yeah, absolutely, we definitely need those to come back.
I agree. I absolutely agree, and that's why I on my teaser for the re-edit, I introduced back the Fox logo for that specific reason.
Because you're a good man. You're a good man like that. So I see you guys congratulating us on the 72,000 subs. Appreciate that. Dio Brando says we need a Geeks and Gamers over 9,000 subs. Hey, keep spreading the word and we'll get there. We'll get there. And every channel associated with Geeks and Gamers needs to be at 900,000. Like I said, if we're at 72,000, all of us should be at 72,000. That's my mentality, because we all have different voices and different perspectives, but we're all against this agenda-driven bullshit, and that's what it all comes down to. So let me see. So yeah, but thanks again, Anthony R. Great to have you here. Jedi Rider, if EA loses the rights to Star Wars, what company should take the reins? Nintendo. No, I'm kidding.
What the?
I don't think that necessarily, I don't think that necessarily that they should lose the rights. I just wish that they didn't have exclusive rights. That's what I wish. It wasn't exclusive, because, Rockstar, I would love to see a Rockstar Star Wars game. That would be incredible. Yeah. You know what I mean? Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto, and all that. Bethesda would be cool. So there's just a lot of options out there. So I don't necessarily want them to lose the rights. What I like is competition. So we'll go back to WWF versus WCW. That was the height of wrestling. Why? Because both of them were making each other have to be better because of the competition. They were pushing each other. So I don't necessarily want EA to lose the rights. I want multiple developers to have the rights. That way each developer can push the other. And the more competition that's out there, the better it is for all of us. BioWare would be a good one. Naughty Dog would be a great one. Any other names you guys want to add? I know you're not like a big gamer, Ivan. So
I was going to say Naughty Dog, honestly.
Okay. And then you, Random?
Absolutely Rockstar. And I think if they would do something well for a Star Wars game, give you the opportunity to do a good single player with a multiplayer optional, but give us a good single player campaign where we can play as a character that is not in the trilogy and not connected to everybody somehow, and just give us a completely new character. And that's kind of what they did with South Park. You don't play as one of the main characters. You're a new kid, and you're your story. It's your story. So I think that would be amazing for a Star Wars sort of game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I will say, though, I am, and people have heard me say this, I'm very much looking forward to Respawn's Star Wars game. I'm a big fan of Titanfall 1, Titanfall 2, and the people that did Respawn are the people that did Modern Warfare 1 and 2 when, Call of Duty was still good. So I'm looking forward to that game. But again, I don't want EA to lose the license. I want multiple developers to have the option to make Star Wars games. Competition breeds better product all the way around for everybody. So all fans win, and we all have our option, and all the developers then have to be held accountable to go, hey, you know what, your shit sucks, but this guy's kicking ass. So you guys need to get better. That's how I would like it. Let's see. Basil says testing. You're good. You're good, Basil. So apparently you had some issues with your super chat before. So, Spirit of Nature, this message is for the chat. Who's ready to say sorry to George Lucas for demonizing him for the prequels? Anybody want to say I'm sorry to George Lucas, the great George Lucas? I have never taken shots at George Lucas. I've always respected this man because he literally, like a lot of people had problems with a lot of things he did. He's created Star Wars. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. You know what I mean? And that's the bottom line. That's how I felt about it. The man created the greatest thing in the history of the movie business. He created Pixar, created Indiana Jones. He created all of these amazing things that Lucas film has had their hand in. The man is a legitimate genius. He's not the best director. He's not. Yeah, there were some missteps in the prequels. I don't think anybody's here to argue that, but he's the greatest. So greatest storyteller in my opinion. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm sorry, George. I picked on you a little bit too much for the prequels, but to be fair, only for being not the best actor's director. That was my only complaint I really had with it. And Jar Jar. I'm still not happy about Jar Jar, but
I never actually like hated, on the prequels. I mean, I recognize their faults because they do have they have quite a bit, but I never said something in regards of, oh, well, this isn't Star Wars, like at the end of the day, it was like, it served the purpose. It told the story of the rise and fall of Anakin Skywalker. It had a meaning to it. It had a purpose, like if you take the prequels out of the trilogy, some stuff might change, there's some story that you won't get to experience. As opposed to with now this Disney, if you take it out, it's like nothing would change. Well, things would be better, but you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah. No, I hear you on that. But yeah, nothing but respect for George. Always has had my respect. So, I mean, I have made fun of his voice a few times. So, I mean, but who hasn't? Who hasn't done that? All right. RTD Slayer, finish my sentence. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. Right? Is that right? Or it's not? Yeah. It's not delivery. It's DiGiorno. Unless there's a joke that I'm missing. I don't know. I told my daughter the Ligma joke today, so she texted her friends and told her friends that she had Ligma, and that's like this internet disease, for like Fortnite players. It's been a thing going on. So like all her friends are like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Oh my God, are you okay?" And now all her friends are mad because she's like, "Bro, it's like a Fortnite disease." So they're all mad. So I don't know if there's something I'm missing there, but that's the only one I know right there. So Basil says Doom thingy with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like 6 exclamation points. So Doom thingy, something you say random?
Hail Doom thingy, I guess.
Zorant00. When are you doing TFA commentary for the High Council? We did that already. We had our watch through for The Force Awakens a few weeks ago here on the Geeks and Gamers channel. If I can find the link, I'll drop it below. But it was here on the channel, and I think I titled it "Laying the Force Awakens to Rest." It wasn't. We didn't do as much commentary as we wanted to because the super chat kind of bogged down the whole entire situation, and so it was a lot of me reading and fumbling through words as normal. So and we listened to what everybody was saying. So all right. And Nicholas Glenn, you got a woman and a Mexican. You're soy now. And then Basil says, but what if he had a Mexican woman? Oh, wow. So, yeah. So you guys, I'm just going full soy now, right? Man. Let's see. Glenzer says the Terminator reboot ignores T3, 4, and 5. Is this a beacon of hope for the future of Star Wars? I don't think that they're going to ignore The Last Jedi, but I do think there's a realistic possibility that they could acknowledge it by retconning it. I do think retconning it is a very strong possibility. I think that's why this whole splitting it into 2 parts story is out there. So I haven't talked to either one of you about it. You guys know I've been talking about this splitting it into 2 parts, episode 9 for a while. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's realistic? I mean, my only thing is I said, the only reason we're hearing about it, and this is how I believe things to go in Hollywood. I believe a lot of these ideas that we hear are floated out there by the PR department so they can get fans feedback, to hear like, hey, we need to hear how people are going to react to this. Mm-hmm. So what do you guys think about this splitting episode 9 into 2 parts? Are you for it? Do you think it's going to help? What are your thoughts? I'll let you go first, Random.
I don't think it'll happen, first of all. I think what they might do is they might do like a Star Wars story sort of side movie to sort of wrap up any loose ends and weird stuff that they set up and never finished. But I don't think they're going to break the trilogy, and as much as they already broke the trilogy, but I don't think they're going to have like a 4-part trilogy. So that's just my thoughts. And I do agree though that they probably are sending out like little testers, and I think they're doing that with Star Trek as well. So,
Ivan?
It's a bittersweet type of situation. I don't think also they should, like, if they do it, I don't think it should be part 1 and 2. Just make Star Wars, episode 9 and episode 10 or something like that. Don't, like, it's just gonna be so weird, having your box set like episode 1 through 9, part 1 and 2. Like, it's just stupid. So I hope they don't do that, and if they do, that they call it episode 9 and 10. And I just don't think that they have the ability or the guts to accept their defeat and rewrite or like fix The Last Jedi and bring Luke back alive and just like pander to us. I don't think they have the guts to do that, or more like they have too much ego to recognize their fault. So I think that whatever movie or 2 movies is going to be slightly above average in the best case scenario. But I'm happy because that gives me 2 more movies to fix.
That's right. That's right. Always thinking proactively. I like it. So, all right, let me see where we at here. I'm trying to find out where the chat moved to. All right. Basil says, I want to see BVS versus EVS. I'll take EVS all day long over the garbage known as Batman v Superman. So I know a lot of people might get upset with that, but I can't stand that movie. So I'll take EVS all day long. James Lloyd Tiffner, thank you for the super chat. Always supportive. Really appreciate that. AJ Goes Films. Hey, Jeremy, what's up? Good to see you all live. Thank you. It's great to have a great panel here tonight. I'm very excited for it. Nicholas Glenn hung out with Batista in a bar before. He comes across like a shiznit, but did not stink. Yeah, I've never been, like, even going back as an old school wrestling fan, I never was a fan of Batista as a wrestler. I do love his Drax the Destroyer. I think he's great in that role, but I don't think it's a role that I don't think this is a situation where if you lose Batista as Drax that you're suddenly not going to, you're not going to have a movie. It's not like Star-Lord leaving, you know what I mean? So it's not like that. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Do you Anthony R, again, thank you so much. Do you think JJ uses the Jedi books in 9? Maybe they contain lost lightsaber forms and force abilities. Maybe a 101 on how to build your own Jedi temple. I don't think, like, I love J.J. Abrams. You guys know this. I'm a fan of him as a filmmaker, not necessarily as a person, because he comes off as just a hypocritical SJW. But again, I can separate the art from the artist. I don't think J.J. knows much about Star Wars outside of the basics of Star Wars. I continue to go back to a Comic-Con. I think it was like 2013 or 14, where him and Lawrence Kasdan were sitting there, and someone asked about Darth Plagueis being Snoke or something like that, and neither one of them had a clue who Plagueis was. Like, neither one of them knew. You could tell. And they tried to play it off like they were doing JJ's, secret box or whatever the hell it's called, mystery box. They just didn't know. They had no idea who Darth Plagueis was. So I don't think JJ's going to dive too deep into that. But, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, but I personally don't think we're going to see him go that far into it. Bill Stevens, did you see the RemakeTheLastJedi.com? Yeah, I've talked about that. I spoke with those guys before they went public. And I've kind of distanced myself from it in the past month or two. I mean, I've talked to them recently, but I'm not reporting on anything that they're telling me because the whole project just is whatever. I'm not really interested in talking about it anymore. I don't really know what's going on with it, and I don't really want to put my my reputation on the line by talking about it anymore because I don't know what they're doing. But I have been getting more information about it. I've just chose not to run with it. And trust me, I could have gotten a lot of clicks out of it. The last video I did on it got 315 views. 315,000, I'm sorry, 315,000 views. So not just 315, although pre The Last Jedi, that would have been like Geeks and Gamers celebrating like we won the Super Bowl. We got 315 views. Philippe M, Grand Theft Speeder, open world Coruscant. Oh my gosh. So you're talking about letting Rockstar do an open world Coruscant. That would be amazing. How the hell, dude, What Star Wars fan would not buy that fucking game? Seriously, what are they like? What are they thinking? Of course, an open world Grand Theft Speeder in Coruscant with Rockstar developing. Who would not buy that? Seriously.
Well, you have to think about it, Jeremy. Do you have enough races being represented in the game? Are you being inclusive before you even make a good story or a good game, or you come up with a good idea? You have to think of being inclusive.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, that's really all it comes down to for them. So it's crazy, man. There's so many good ideas right in front of them. They have all the connections to every single developer that they need. They have all of these super smart people like Timothy Zahn and Dave Filoni that could be telling these incredible Star Wars stories, taking this entire universe to the next level. And what are they doing? They're putting Kathleen Kennedy. Are you okay there, Ivan?
Yeah, my mug fell.
Okay. But, and instead we have Kathleen Kennedy pushing identity politics into it. It's unbelievable. Jeff Bartlett says Jedi cart. Bro, I would be all over a Jedi cart game. Bring it on. That would be awesome. Christopher Mills says, Jeremy, I would not buy that game. Why not, Christopher Mills? Come on now. I know you're a Star Wars fan, so you got to tell me why you would not play that game. Where are we at? Dio Brando, Star Wars is fractured but whole.
Actually, yeah. If they gave, well, here's the thing: if they just gave Star Wars to like Trey Parker and Matt Stone from South Park, or Seth MacFarlane for that matter, people who actually like the franchise and know something about it, I think we would have a far more entertaining, enjoyable sort of Star Wars experience. Same thing with Star Trek. Same thing with like a lot of these things.
Yeah, definitely. Hang on just a minute. I got to pull this chat back up. What did I do?
Now, I can, working in the movie industry, I've gone to do some projects here and there, and I've gone to find out, and this is just based on my experience. It might not be the reason for Disney. It might not be. But in my experience, the reason why producers don't like to hire people that really love the franchise per se that they're going to make is because they're afraid that these people are going to become overly attached and they're going to try to override their decisions. Like they just want handpicked people that will do whatever they want them, whatever they want. But it's not about the passion for the product. It's just like the executives want to have absolute control over all of the project,
Right. No, you're right. You're 100% right. All right, I got to get everything pulled back up here. That's what happens when I click off a screen. I lose everything. Okay, we're back now. Okay, so where are we at here? Bagel Goose. Bagel Goose says, where is Cecil? I don't know where Cecil's at. Cecil won't return my phone calls. He won't return my messages. I have no idea where Cecil's at. I think he's mad at me, and I don't know why. I don't know what happened to Cecil, but he's mad at me. I don't know what I did. So if you can get any information for me, internet, find out what I did to offend Cecil. I'll get to the bottom of this. But does anybody want to see Cecil anyway? I don't think anybody even cares to have Cecil on this channel. So, but he's mad at me for something. So, all right, let's see.
The right.
All right, Basil says Doom Thingy's mild manner alter ego is on the chat. Cecil. Jedi Rider says, hey, Ivan, after fixing The Last Jedi, what do you plan to do next? Ivan?
Okay, well, for sure, after The Last Jedi, I was thinking of doing the pacing issues on Rogue One. That is really not going to take a whole lot of time. I was planning on doing Solo, and that one's going to take a minute. But eventually, I would like to re-edit The Force Awakens in a way that blends into my movie, and then edit Episode 9 that blends into my Episode 8, as well as, my Episode 7 and everything. So yeah, like I'm still thinking, like I don't think I'm going to move away from Star Wars until Star Wars is kind of done, but a lot of people want me to fix The Hobbit, Batman versus Superman, Suicide Squad, and Justice League.
I'm all for Batman v Superman, 100%. But Ivan, I just got an idea. Okay, I got an idea, and I want to talk to you. Got to call me, of course. You are, because you had something to talk to me about anyway. Call me after this live stream. I got an idea. I'm gonna run by you. So we're gonna.
I already told you I cannot mow your lawn every week. It's going to take a lot of gas, and you're not paying me for it. You promised that you were going to buy me some bricks so I could put it on the wall, but come on, man. I need to eat.
You haven't even brought me any nacho fries.
I tried, man. I tried. I brought you some rice that I didn't get to feed my kids because you, as the white supremacist that you are, deserve a tribute every time I go to your house. But man, if someone recorded just that part,
it's done. It's done. So over with. Well, like the other day, I had a video where I was talking about how, just not wanting to speak out because the SJWs will call you, racist and all this stuff. And specifically in the video, I said, I've heard it all. I'm a racist. I'm a sexist. I'm a white supremacist. And I said that, and somebody's like, "Oh, they're just gonna take that part where you're saying I'm this." I was like, fuck it, go for it. Arkham released. I saw your super chat. I'm getting to it, buddy, because you said Cecil's mad at me because I missed your super chat. I'm working my way to it. I promise you. All right, where are we at? Jesse James, need a new single player Knights of the Old Republic like game. I am making a vid on the Wheels of the Force that were supposed to be in episode 7 through 9 and a FET film. Jesse James, send me that link. I guess if you're on Twitter, I'll see if I can look in my inbox and see if you can send that to me, and I'll be happy to post a link to your channel, man. Also, let me post a link to Random Game Users channel again, and then I will continue on with the super chats. Let's see. I think that's hers. Boom. Okay. So subscribe to that channel that I just dropped in the comments below. Jeremy, you can't keep having him mow the lawn, then calling ICE to avoid paying him. It's mean, says Jeff Bartlett.
No, funny story about that though, and I kid you not, this happened. I did a live stream yesterday. It was a late live stream. I was just like rendering some stuff, and in the middle of the live stream, I heard some popping going off, and I thought it was gunshots, and I was like, shit, I think there were gunshots, and everyone on the stream was like, oh, is everything okay? I was like, yeah, that's fine. But then someone like 20 minutes later knocked on my door. And I went to check, and it happened to be the police, because they were like, hey, we want to know if you knew something or heard something. I was like, yeah, something. But when I came back to the stream, I kid you not, at least 20 comments were Jeremy called ICE on Ivan.
Oh, man. You guys are so mean when I'm not around. Gosh. All right, the Cobra Viper. Random, you should probably be made aware that Jeremy hates puppies. And this is not true. Everybody knows this. I even get people calling my dogs old lady dogs. Everybody knows I love my little babies. Also, please share your thoughts about Enterprise. Are you talking about like the Enterprise from Star Trek, or are you talking about Enterprise Alabama? Because I know you're from Alabama, Cobra Viper. I think you are. I can't keep up. You troll me from so many different accounts. I honestly can't keep up. But Enterprise Alabama, I went to school in Enterprise Alabama. But I think let's stay on point. Talk about Star Trek. So, is there anything to talk about with Enterprise?
Probably the series, because it was a little controversial and kind of not very well received. It was never hated for sure. I really like the fourth season. Season 2 and 3 really were boring. They had kind of a season-long story arc in each of those that were kind of boring as crap. But I liked season 4 quite a bit of Enterprise, actually. Okay. It should have lasted a little longer.
I figured Cobra Viper won't talk about Enterprise Alabama. I don't know why. What he has against Enterprise Alabama was probably the boll weevils there. I don't know what the problem is. So I'm actually just kind of messing back with him. He always messes with me, always. James Reese, check Odin's Mission Impossible film chat on Geeks and Gamers today. It makes sense for 2 parts. Yeah, Odin did a great job with his latest upload for the Geeks and Gamers channel. He always does a great job. Make sure you subscribe to Odin's movie blog. Let me go ahead and drop a link to his channel also. Boom, right there. I'm just a link master today. Got it going. Arkham released. Finally, I have arrived at Arkham released, and now Cecil can no longer be mad at me because I finally made it. Let's see. How about if they are secretly remaking episode 8? I don't think there's a chance in hell that's happening. But again, I think the best case scenario we can look for is for them to do the best thing we can look for is a soft retcon of 8. And I mean a soft retcon where they don't acknowledge that they're retconning it. You know, in episode 9, they just tried to subtly try to fix a lot of the crap that they did in episode 9. You know what I mean? I think that's the best thing we can ask for. And I don't even know if that's possible at this point. But I think that's if we're looking at reality, I think that's the best thing we can look for. But there's no way that they're now. If you're talking about the remake The Last Jedi thing, they're not remaking The Last Jedi, so they're not doing it. So they can't. Like there's no way they can do it. Ivan's cut is going to be the cut we all are going to reference in the future. That's it. Ivan's cut will be canon. The Fandom Menace will declare Ivan's cut canon. So what we'll do, Ivan, when is this thing ready to go to out to people?
Well, honestly, I'm very close to being done with everything that I can do with the computer. Now pretty much the only things left is the fight, finishing the special effects for Luke Skywalker Saber, because I don't know if you know, but I'm going to replace his blue saber for his green saber, including the hilt. And I'm also bringing Akbar back, and the rotoscoping for him it's crazy difficult. And then doing the voiceover. So those are really the only 4 things left. But because there's other people that are helping me with this, and special effects take a long time, I'm just pretty much just waiting on that. So as soon as that is done, pretty much everything else is done.
Okay. Okay. I was looking at Bagel Goose's latest thing. So what I'm going to propose, I'll talk to the council, the High Council. What I would like to do is I would like to, once you get everything situated and people have the copy of it and everything like that, I would love if we could do a watch party on your channel, me, the council, and you, Ivan.
Good.
For your cut. I think that would be cool.
Fangirl so much that
So hopefully we can do that. We'll see what happens. So all right, let me get back on the chat here. Jenny Stevens, there is no way they can split it into 2 parts. It's too late, and the contract process is too complicated. The media would find out. That's a really good point, Jenny Stevens. That's a great point, actually. That's you just brought logic into it, so they just really can't do it. I mean, I guess they could, but what you're saying is it's just way too complicated, and yeah, the media would find out, and there would be more leaks and stuff like that. So good point. Clayton Fiorordi says that better not have been your Jurassic Park mug, Ivan.
It really was, and it's right here, Clayton. For anyone that doesn't know, Clayton has a amazing Jurassic Park channel. He does a lot of great commentaries and backstory to things that most people are unaware. He's very knowledgeable on Jurassic Park. And
didn't you tell me about him one time?
Yeah,
I remember you telling me about that. Okay, so Ivan's always give me a shout outs, not even when he's not online. So yeah, Ivan's always shouting you out. So Basil, Ivan dropped his Steven Crowder mug. Oh, you got a Steven Crowder mug? You probably don't know who Steven Crowder is, do you?
Yeah, I have a mug that says, hold on, let me read it. Someone give it to me. War Eagles? Is that what it
says? Shade being thrown, ladies and gentlemen. Shade being thrown. And in the regular chat, you're getting some love. Random game user, you had Stephanie B joined in, says hello, beauty, and some other people are commenting. So let's see.
Hi, Stephanie B. She's awesome. She's on Odin's channel, and you know her from Twitter. We all know Stephanie B.
Yes, Stephanie's great. She's great. Basil says, Ivan, bring Jeremy some Taco Doritos Locos. That's what I'm talking about.
Pretty much bring your diarrhea, because that is
AJ Ghost Films, will the full The Last Jedi edit be available to see? There, you just got done talking about that. So it will be available. I don't know. How exactly, like, are you going to you're gonna try to see if people that had they had to own a copy of The Last Jedi or something like that to make it legal or whatever, right?
Yeah, pretty much. The way I'm going to release the version is I'm going to make my own webpage with my own domain and everything, and that's when I'm going to post like finished movies, like whole movies. But in order for you to watch a movie, I'm going to make you sign an agreement that you own a copy, digital or physical, of said movie. Now, once you click OK, and yes, I own it, you can watch it. And whether you own it or not, it's really not my problem.
Yeah.
But if something came to me, I'll be like, they agreed. They said they have it. So that's it.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Let's see. Spirit of Nature. If to give to Star Wars franchise game, it will be any studio who has Chris Avellone at their side. For now, it's Arcane Studio Bethesda. Yeah, I know a lot of people would love to see that. And I'll just repeat, and that was from a few minutes ago, but I'll just repeat what I said. I don't want EA to lose their license. I think EA, from a game standpoint, the games are beautiful. The sound is amazing. It feels like Star Wars. It looks like Star Wars. The gameplay could use some improvements. I don't want EA to lose the license. I do want them to have open it up where there are multiple developers involved. I don't want EA to have exclusive rights, and I want the competition to elevate everyone. So that's what I would love to see. Where are we at? All right, Nicholas Glenn. Ivan had an authentic, I don't know what this is, Havos Rancheros kick-ass?
Huevos rancheros. It's
Okay.
it's a way of making eggs.
Oh, okay. So see, that's why I have Ivan here. So even proper Jeremy couldn't have got that one. I'm sorry. Nothing. So Bagel Goose, I'm sorry. We'll have to excommunicate you to appease our Lord Cecil, says Bagel Goose. Anthony R. Luke in the expanded universe was so much better. He never punked out. He lost his wife, his 2 nephews, Jedi students, and he never gave up because he knew his son, the Jedi, and the galaxy needed him. Yeah, I mean, and people have asked me, like, well, if you were okay with The Force Awakens, then you were okay. Then you can't be mad at what they did with Luke in The Last Jedi. And I disagree with that, because in The Force Awakens, we didn't know why he was there. We didn't know. Like, they could have said that they could have written in the story the reason he was there was because he saw a vision where if he didn't, retreat, that, Leia and, Han were going to die, or something like that. I don't know. They could have been any reason why. The bottom line, didn't have a damn plan. They didn't have a plan. That's the problem with it. I was excited at the fact that they made us wait. And there was some anticipation with Luke. And at the end of the Force Awakens, so many possibilities in my mind of what we were going to see from Luke, and all of the anticipation of having him come back. And why was he there? Turned out he just wanted to be an old hermit because he got, booty bothered. That's not Luke Skywalker. It's just not. What are you guys' thoughts?
Huh.
Yeah, go ahead, Ivan.
No, you go. You just go.
All right.
Go.
No, yeah. I'm kind of lost for words too. Somebody in chat said that he was there looking for the temple. I don't remember exactly what they said in
Well, yeah, that's what Han had said in The Force Awakens.
Okay, so if he's there looking for the temple, then he would be there for a reason. Like, what do you go to a temple for? You go to a temple for guidance, meditation, religious study. That's why you would go to a temple, for some spiritual reason. So, yeah,
he apparently went there to die, according to Ryan Johnson. Yet he left, and he didn't want to be found. Yet he left a fucking map to himself. Like, it makes no sense. Makes no sense.
Here's a map. Never find me, but here's a map.
Yeah, Ivan, go.
The amount of restraint that I have not to just like go berserk at this particular moment is outstanding, and I deserve an Oscar for that. But all I have to say is that Luke Skywalker is the person that, although flawed, was able to overcome his deepest obstacles. The guy that defeated his own father using anger and confusion, but still right, for the fight for the right reason. But at the moment of truth, he threw his lightsaber away, saying, "You failed, Your Highness. I am a Jedi, like my father before me." Luke Skywalker is not an old bump that will just be a complete coward, inconsistent piece of that. He would contradict himself every other sentence, saying things like, and I've watched the goddamn movie 60 times, so I know this dialogue by heart. He goes and says, "Do you think I would come to the most unfindable place in the galaxy for no reason at all?" Then on the next scene, he's like, "I came here to die." Like, you can see the shitty writing of Rian Johnson all over the place, and you can see the pain of Mark Hamill, just like, why do I have to stand this? I guess the check was good enough, but still, like, that wasn't Luke Skywalker. And I guess the best way that we can see that he wasn't Luke Skywalker with no purpose whatsoever, and it was just a travesty of a character, is to see how when Rey meets him on The Force Awakens, he's wearing the white robes, and there was a map and there was a reason, there was some sort of purpose for him to be on the island. But as soon as Rian Johnson takes over, what happens? He's with the robes, but what does it do immediately? Change. Like, does he just wear the robe to go and look at the sunset until someone shows up? And then he dresses back to be homeless Bob? Like, you can see how unplanned was, this entire mess.
Well said. You're right. And it's just the fact that they won't acknowledge any of it is what's so frustrating. Again, man, you try, you make bad decisions sometimes in your head. Maybe it was something else. I can forgive people if they mess up, if they can just acknowledge it. Like, yeah, we probably made some few missteps here and there, and we're going to work on, this. No, they just are flat out in denial. And we're all racist and sexist because we are calling you out on your bullshit. And that's what pisses me off. So Rob Liefeld says, "Ivan, in your version of The Last Jedi, are you going to CG your face and dub your voice, or will it be your face and your voice in the final version?"
There's not going to be there's not going to be my voice on my final version. The only thing that is going to be me is whenever my friend Steven and I do the fight of Luke Skywalker versus Kylo Ren. But my hair is going to be covering most of my face, and it's from a far shot, so it's mostly like a silhouette type of thing, so you won't really see a difference, and we've already tested it. So yeah, you won't notice that I'm there, but I'm going to be there.
Okay. There you go, Rob Liefeld. Is this the real Rob Liefeld? Probably not, because the real Rob Liefeld banned me or blocked me on Twitter. So let's see. David Lutz, how do I see Ivan's fixed movies at G&G Rocks? Ivan?
You can go to my channel. It's Ivan Ortega. I guess I can drop I actually can't, but you can, Jeremy.
Yeah,
a link to my channel. I not only fix movies, but I now been recently fixing trailers. And the next movie trailer that I'm going to fix after doing Jurassic World, Solo, and Venom is going to be the Titans trailer. I am fixing that. I'm making it watchable. I'm going to make you want to watch that series.
So now, Random, what did you think about that Titans trailer?
Well, I did a video on how on the costumes most of all, but no, the trailer looked just god awful. It looked like garbage. Just
Yes.
And like basically, I did a whole video on how we kind of shouldn't dress our characters like hookers if we don't want people to think that they look like hookers. And I even Google image searched a lot of basically the picture, and it came up with pictures from like Showgirls. It came up with pictures from like undercover police officers from the 80s dressed as hookers, like the stereotypical undercover cop hooker look from the 80s. And yeah, it just looks so bad. So emo.
Yeah, D Spectrum Man says Teen Titans. Or no, I'm sorry. Geek True 64 says Teen Titans is unsalvageable. Ivan.
Well, you don't know me then. You don't know.
D Spectrum Man said Teen Titans Go to the movies looked better. I just wanted to read his comment because I misspoke there. All right, where we at? Immortal Coil, Ivan, loved your Zuko video. Earth bending is based on Hungar. Please look at Lam Shun Fia before you do the Earth bending installment. Write that name down. Lam Shun, CHUNFAI.
Faye. That's Faye, by the way.
Okay,
but
well, at least I got Chun right because I knew Chun-Li from Street Fighter because I respect women. So
you respect women. But yeah, thank you, and I'm glad. I'm glad they liked it. I know that you haven't seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, have you, Jeremy?
Nope. It's about the series or the movie.
The movie doesn't exist.
Exactly. So no, I haven't seen the series and the movie. I heard so many horrible things about M. Night's version, and so, but no, I haven't seen it.
All right, but you have to. Like, it's one of the ones that you have to. If you want to see a extremely well-written characters, story, progression, beautiful animation, like tear dropping like scenarios, that's the series. And it's not that long. It's like only 70 episodes of 20 minutes each, and trust me, every single one is worth it. Every single one.
So here's what I think we should do, Ivan. When,
all right.
If the Geeks and Gamers community is going to support our efforts when we go and go down to Disney World and get all this footage that you're going to record, and I'm going to have all the knowledge, then we can also do some Patreon exclusive stuff where you and I watch The Last Airbender and do some reviews for our Patreon supporters. So I think that's what we should do. Look at Ivan. He's all.
Yes.
All right, Geek Courses. Jeremy is the heart of the High Council. Love you, Ivan. Hey, we're all the heart of the High Council, but Geek Course, I appreciate it. But yeah, we, myself, Jeff, and Ethan, we're all equal partners in it, and it's awesome to be part of the High Council. So thank you for your super chat. Not a zombie, Ivan. Sell a jewel case for X amount and throw in the DVD for free.
that is so not a bad idea. That is so not a bad idea.
Dio Brand. Oh, go ahead.
No, all I wanted to say is that I'm not going to make any sort of profit off of this movie. It's going to be free for everyone to watch. Now, if you wonder why I still have a Patreon, is because I want to keep the lights on. But Patreon content is way different. But anyways, yeah, the movie will be free for everyone.
All right, Dio Brando, Han went to the temple because it's left over from Indiana Jones. The good old Temple of Doom. I have not seen Indiana Jones, the originals, in a long time, man. And I won't watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull ever again. So, but I don't think my kid has seen Indiana Jones. I need to change that. Of course, right now she's at that phase now where I can't get her to do anything. So, Bill Stevens, Jeremy, Ivan is too busy editing the quote unquote adult videos starring me. Just kidding. I don't let people see those. Bill Stevens, Ivan, what's up? What do you guys got going on here? You got some kind of footage that I'm not aware of? I don't think I want to see it, but Ivan, you should be getting paid if you're editing that type of stuff for Bill.
He, as you, promised payment, and man, he told me, oh yeah, the payment is inside that room and it's dark and there's only a leather couch like in the middle of everything, and I was just like, I'm good, I guess. So
oh man, oh, that's good stuff. All right, Pagan God X, which was worse for the franchise, The Last Jedi or The Finger Poke of Doom? And Jeremy will get the reference. R.I.P. WCW. Easily The Last Jedi. The Finger Poke of Doom, I know that really that was a kind of the end of the line for a lot of people back in the day for the WCW. If you don't know what we're talking about, I believe it was on, I don't remember if it was on Monday Night Raw or if it was a pay-per-view, but it was Hogan and Nash for the championship belt. And Hogan just basically just tapped Nash. Nash fell back like he got hit by a brick wall. Hogan pinned him for the 1, 2, 3, and it kind of made a mockery of the championship. So a lot of people got pissed off about that. But there were far more problems that led to WCW's demise than that. The Last Jedi was a pretty big problem for Star Wars. All right. Morith, what's up? I'm Morith. Sup, guys, gals, and attack helicopters. So, Morith, you're always super supportive, and, I appreciate it. Always supportive here, the High Council, everywhere we're at. It's great. Edward Coleman, Titans looks like Holdo's porn fantasies. Good God. Wow. Vicious. So, Ivan, you really think you're going to be able to fix this Titans trailer, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, this is the thing. I don't have enough footage because it's only one trailer, so I'm going to have to resort to other footage that I've acquired over the years. Like some shots that I've done and everything. But yeah, I'm pretty sure changing the music, changing the dialogue, changing pretty much everything. But yes, I can fix it.
Okay. All right. I'm interested. Morith says, been spending the last few days watching the Thrawn Trilogy audiobooks on YouTube on Coleman Henner's channel. That's Coleman Henner, Henner. So if if anyone wants to check out the Thrawn Trilogy audiobooks on YouTube, you can go to that channel, Coleman Henner. I may check that out because everybody wants me to check out the Thrawn Trilogy. So Basil says, I identify as an A10 Warthog, huge swinging cannon.
Wow. I'm going to use
Very
it.
nice. Very, very nice. So now that we're caught up on all of that, I wanted to ask random. So what does the future of your channel look like? What do you have? What are some of the things you're going to be working on down the road for your channel?
Well, I plan on at some point getting finishing up my Star Trek Discovery reviews from season 1. Yes, it's that painful to sit through and record an episode of. I've got most of the season covered. I've been just basically covering pop culture news as it comes out and Star Trek news mostly, a little Star Wars here and there. Just any kind of crazy SJW stuff I can find and just that type of stuff. Also office tour videos are coming. I do have so far part 1 on Patreon, so a lot of people have been commenting about the stuff behind me. I do have some videos of that coming.
That's a good setup. That's a really good setup. Let's see. Somebody just commented. I wanted to read this one if I can find it now. Where the hell did it go? Infinite Godican NG. How about everyone that does a $10 super chat to support Ivan gets a free gift copy of his edit?
It's going to be free for everyone.
It's going to be free for everyone. So, but if you do that on his channel, so he gets the credit for that. But yeah, it's going to be free for everyone. It's just, Ivan's just trying to do it the right way so he doesn't get in trouble. Nobody wants to get shut down by, the mouse for sure. So Basil says Monday Matt thumbed it down 3 times. I guess they're talking about the video. Do we have 3 thumbs down? Yeah. Smash that like button if you don't mind. We appreciate it. And every time I do that, people are going to now dislike it just because I said that. So and yeah, to I know a few people have mentioned Matt a few times in the comments. And so, like I said, look, man, the guy has lost last I looked, it was like 1,000 subs today. He's lost thousands in the last few days. The guy's I don't think his YouTube career is going to continue anytime soon. I'm not interested in kicking a man while he's down. We're probably going to talk more about Matt on the High Council, but I mean, I've kind of said all I needed to say in terms of Matt the other day, where I just said, man, whatever. The guy made his bed. He's got to lay in it now. And I don't feel sorry for him per se, but I'm not interested in the piling on. And, but he's, He's put himself in a bad situation, a very bad situation. Bill Stevens, random. Sorry about all the quote unquote strange posts. I'm going to subscribe to your channel, and everyone else should as well.
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
I didn't see any really strange posts, but you know.
Yeah, it's the internet. Everybody's a little strange. So here, let me open my clipboard. There's, I think that's hers, and this will be Ivan's channel.
Yay.
Boom, boom. So subscribe to both of those channels, please. All right, so let's get back into the comments here. So we got Voorhees67. You're back. You're back, Voorhees67. You were Cecil67. Then you were Voorhees68, Voorhees69, Voorhees70K. I can't keep up anymore. But anyway, hello, Jeremy, Ivan, and New Girl. I'm back in my original form now that I've graced you all with my presence. This live stream can officially begin. The Cobra Viper's been kind of one-upping you with the trolling. So, I mean, even to the point where he asked a serious question, and because he's trolled me so much, I had to think if it was a troll question. So, you know, it's like it's all ass backwards now. I can't keep up with the trolling anymore. It's just so funny. I'm glad this stream went well. So, of course, we haven't mentioned Voldemort on this one, better known as frickin' Frog's gay. So we haven't talked about him. So I guess that's why YouTube hasn't given us any problems on it. So, but it is kind of, it's like he's Voldemort at this point. It's absolutely crazy, man. It's unbelievable. So let's see. Ivan is going to ride your girl around Space Mountain. Woo!
What the?
That's a Ric Flair. Ric Flair used to say this line where he's like, she'll come over to my house and we'll ride Space Mountain all night long. Woo! You know, so Ivan, you know, you're like the pimp of Geeks and Gamers. So
I'm not.
Basil says, oh, go ahead. Basil says, pss, pss, Cobra Viper, you have a black anaconda. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Yeah, I know about some Sir Mix-a-Lot, okay? I know all about some Sir Mix-a-Lot, baby got back. Jebediah says, H3 got shut down for talking about Alex Jones. I did, and I saw Ethan Klein's video where they did the re-upload, and it was hilarious listening to Ethan Klein. It was almost like you could see him slowly starting to become Alex Jones because he's like, you dumb fuckers. I was here to defend you. I was on your side. And then you shut down my stream and give me a strike for talking about Alex Jones, making Alex Jones seem more legitimate. You dumb. I mean, he's just going off on YouTube. It was so funny, and he's getting so mad. So let's see, Stephanie B. Jeremy, stop that. No more Sir Mix-a-Lot. Stephanie B has ordered me to stop. I'm done. No more of that. So, all right, let me see what we got. We got any more questions? Anything we can get this party started some more? I'm trying to read in the comments. Here we go. Oddball1138. High Council, what are your opinions on a potential movie series in 5 to 10 years following either Vong War or even farther going into a legacy story? So this isn't the High Council, but we are the, I guess, the middle council, I guess we can call ourselves. So the High Council will be on Tuesday. So I am not the most knowledgeable. Hang on just a minute. I just got Cecil just responded to me. Okay, so spoiler alert. When I was talking about Bagel Goose and Cecil being mad at me, I actually had sent Cecil the link, and I was like, join us, bro. But he can't. He's still out. So I was hoping to get Cecil in here. So that's why I said that. But anyway, Oddball1138. Yeah, I can't say that I'm knowledgeable about any of that right there. So you know, I wish I was, but I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to the EU or anything like that. So do you guys, either one of you, have any knowledge on that?
No, not to that point, at least.
I tell you what I'm going to do, because the High Council will be on this episode, on this channel. So I'm going to take a picture of that super chat, and we're going to revisit it because I don't want your money to go to waste. So I'm taking that, and what we're going to do is we're going to follow up on the High Council this Tuesday, and we can talk more about that and get more in depth with that. So let's see. Just see Mike Bushnell, the other person. I've asked this question. I don't think Mike Bushnell has ever made a serious comment on this channel ever. If it's happened, it would be it's something that's gotten past me. But he says, Jeremy, quote, I am not the most knowledgeable. So I mean, I could just bullshit my way through it and start rambling something. That's what most YouTubers would do. Bill Stevens, no wonder Ivan got me some hotties for the adult videos. Ivan the pimp.
God, Jesus. Damn.
Let's see. I'm looking. Hang on. Hey, Jeremy, I loved your video about Star Wars Twitter survey. I wanted to ask, have you watched the video YTP Star Wars Obi-Wan senses the stop button? If not, please make a reaction to it. Noted. I know you've commented that a few times. This is the first time I've actually been able to get to it. So thank you for that, USSH. Axel Jensen, which destroyed their mythos more, the Eagles, Lord of the Rings, or hyperspace ramming? What is hyperspace ramming? Is that the Holdo maneuver?
It's an erotic fan fiction.
I mean, anything that hyperspace ramming. What is that?
I'm pretty sure it's the Holdo maneuver.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know. Chat, can you inform me? And of course, there's Cobra Vipers fucking trolling me again. So hang on. The Cobra Viper says, I want to take this opportunity to announce my retirement from trolling Jeremy. Ivan, you want to be friends?
Sure. I mean, I don't think you ever need to ask to be friends with someone. But
well, anything involving Holdo is definitely going to hurt the mythos more. So I'm going with the hyperspace ramming. So Laura Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Says proper Jeremy rap would be funny as hell. I might have to do something like that. Have you ever seen that preacher that was doing the rapping? Who was that showed that to me? Was that you, Ivan?
Oh yeah, was
that you?
Yeah, yeah. It was me.
Okay.
I cannot say the words that they say, but yes.
Yeah, no, you definitely can't. But it's hilarious as hell, man. I love it. All right, let me see. Where am I at here? Morith, Ivan King, the wonderful, long may he reign with his royal fool, Jeremy. I'm the royal fool now. Gosh, so quickly. I go from this epic leader, this amazing alpha male, to just a royal fool now. I'm just chopped liver now.
You see this? It's called color. You need that.
Hey, I have it. And look, and do you see my lights are a little bit better? I had my lights.
Yeah, you were looking white.
I was auditioning for Powder Part 2, that movie Powder. I was auditioning for Powder Part 2. Let's see. Basil says Holdo maneuver versus the Picard maneuver. So it's the Holdo maneuver is easily the one that takes the cake for me.
Oh, so, Picard maneuver all the way. That one you survive at, but I guess Holdo maneuver because she got killed. I don't know.
Well, it's just Holdo just in general. It's just horrible. She's terrible. Yeah. So let me see. Mega Jetty 1, Jeremy, have you been skipping my comments? I have not, Mega Jetty. I know you had to, you couldn't send any super chats, and I apologize. I have not been skipping, and I apologize. I will see if I can go back and see anything because you're always so supportive. My apologies. Nicholas Glenn, did you see the drama between Campea and John Schnepp's girlfriend? Oh boy, yes, I did. This is dirty stuff, man. And I don't really want to. I don't want to get into it. It's just. So John Schnepp unfortunately passed away a couple weeks ago now at this point. John Campea, obviously, this is all from Collider. John Campea obviously was friends with John Schnepp. I think Holly Payne is John Schnepp's partner's name, girlfriend. I don't know if they were girlfriend, whatever they were. But apparently, and again, do your research on it. You can go to Twitter and look it up yourself. But there was something to do with John Campea made a T-shirt of John Schnepp to honor him. They didn't sell the T-shirt, but that angered her because they used John Schnepp's likeness. The whole thing is really bad. It's really bad, and I don't have a dog in the fight because this person just lost her significant other. John Campea lost a friend. I'm not getting involved with it, So I don't know. I don't know what the story is, but it's pretty bad. I went and looked at the Twitter exchanges, and she's not happy. I don't know. I have no opinion on it, though. It's just I hope they get it worked out. So it's nasty stuff. So Jesse James want to do a FET fan film in California. Ivan, would you help?
Wait, what? You
Jesse James says want to do a FET fan film in California. Ivan, would you help?
Yes.
Boom.
Okay.
Do you want us to email you?
Yeah. You can email me, or if you want a faster response, you can just follow me on Instagram and private message me. But yeah, email or Instagram. Let me type my email right here. And there it is. There's my email for anyone that wants to contact me for whatever, especially you, for a Boba Fett film in California. Holy shit.
I'm down. I'm down. I'll help. Do whatever I got to do, even though I don't like Boba Fett. All right. I'm looking for. See, now I'm watching my best for Mega Jetty, and I don't see. Last comment I see is them asking if I've been skipping. And I haven't. I promise. All right. I don't see anything else from you right now. I can't go all the way back up there, though. Bill Stevens, petition for Random to be on the High Council. All right, Bill Stevens, putting the name in the hat.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure you would enjoy that. And, with the High Council, recently, like I said, we've kind of dialed back the guests. We're gonna have guests more in the future, but we're just trying to take it week by week right now. And let's see. Stone_Loki says, good to see Random in another video. Ivan too. So, and I guess me, just nobody cares about me anymore. So I'm kidding. All right, Mega Jetty, you're still not commenting. I'm looking for you, and I don't see you anywhere. So, and actually, Ivan, yeah, you can drop links. I forgot because you're a moderator, so you could drop links. So,
oh really? All right, I'll drop a link to this live stream.
Elric says, read my comment, Powder Part 2, The Last Jeremy. And he's all caps. It was all caps. So don't go there, Jeremy. No, I don't know. Were you talking about the Campia thing? Yeah, I just, that whole situation is, I don't know enough about either side. All I know is I hope they get it figured out. So how can Ray, MW77, how can Ray be so tough with no training? Ivan?
Lazy writing.
Boom. Simple as that, huh? Simple as that.
Yeah, I call that script says so.
Yeah.
The script says so.
The Grand Inquisitor says, WTF, don't like Boba Fett, unsubbed. Tough crowd. I like Chuck Finley's response. Because whammon. Duh. Because.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mega Jetty 1. I like Star Trek Enterprise for 3 reasons. I don't know how to say this, but it's
T'Pol.
Okay, T'Pol.
She's a very attractive Vulcan character that runs around in very skin tight suits. So
let me look that up for scientific purposes.
Brighton Terrier, John Campia, one of the most unexpected heel turns in history. Let's see. Gear Hard says, Jeremy, is it okay if I switch from trolling to complimenting? It would be nice to get a few compliments during my live stream. It really would. But I don't want anybody breaking character on my behalf. Oh, as a matter of fact, speaking of trolls, look who showed up. Look who showed up. Is now super chatting regular Jeremy. Random game user 42. Don't allow regular Jeremy to plague you with his improperness. There's still time to escape. It's too late for Ivan. Save yourself. Save yourself from this white supremacist, Trump-supporting neo-Nazi. Oh, man. Let's see. Mike great. Bushnell, fishing for compliments like moron Matt. Oh, God, that was good. Let's see. Geek True 64. Why is everyone on YouTube named Jeremy and John? It's true. There's a lot of Jeremys. There's Jeremy over at the Quartering. There's Jeremy Johns. There's me. And then there's John Campia. There's a lot of John, like John Flickster. There's so many. So, yeah, it's pretty funny. So, the Cobra Viper, Jeremy, that shit really brings out your eyes. What? Edward Coleman, Jeremy, you're a bad Saban game plan. You're welcome. Vicious, but that's okay. Football season's here, but I'm waiting. I'm not bringing it up. Sports Wars is there for a reason. Basil, Jeremy, don't you know anything about Trek Cut Off Man? I don't. I like I said, I watched The Next Generation. I loved The Next Generation. I've seen JJ's films. I don't know. I mean, I would love to watch them. I'd have literally no time at this point. The only free time I have, I spend talking to Ivan. That's about it. Other than that, that's it. That's all my free time. So Nicholas Glenn, Ivan would look prettier with Random's hair color. Oh,
Well,
Do
my
you
red
want to
is for
see me
dark.
with red hair? Because I have a picture with red hair. I kid
Oh,
you not.
nice.
let's see it. Let's see it.
All right, keep talking because it's on my Facebook.
All right, Patrick M says, Jeremy, what do you think of Adam Driver as an actor? I actually think Adam Driver is a pretty good actor from the limited things I've seen him in. What was that movie he was in? Logan Lucky. I thought that was a great movie, and I thought he was great in that movie. I actually thought he did a good job in the role of Kylo Ren. I just think the writing and the overall point that they're trying to make with Kylo Ren is terrible. But I think Adam Driver is actually a really good actor. So I'm happy with him. Let's see. Bill Stevens says, Jeremy, a compliment. Nice hat. Wow, man, you had to think long and hard about that one.
All right, here's the picture. This explains so much of me. So here's the picture of me with red hair, and don't ask about the horse. But yeah, there it is. If you ever wonder how I look with red hair and a horse, that's how I look. There you go.
Ivan is no longer part of the Geeks and Gamers team based on this picture alone. New information has come to light. So, oh God, that was good. That was good. Basil just has a frowny face because I haven't watched a lot of Star Trek. I'm sorry, Basil. I'm sorry. The Cobra Viper shirt. My bad. I need practice being nice. No, you don't. I need you to continue being an asshole. Because that's the way it needs to be. It's the way these chats have to go. So, so who is the Jeremy you were talking about, if not Jeremy Johns fanboy? I mean, Jeremy from the Quartering, Jeremy Hanley. Is it Hambley or Han? I don't know his last name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Jeremy from the Quartering. That's the other one I was talking about. Sweet hat, Jeremy. Can you say hey Vern? Come on, man. Really? Now we're doing the Ernest stuff.
Hey,
Morris.
Ernest at the Camp was a classic, though.
Damn right it is. Damn
I'm
right
from
it is.
the 80s, so.
Let's see. Morith says Ivan and Jeremy. I'll let you read that one because I don't know anything about anime.
Hold on. Where is
It's
it?
a super chat from Morith. It's the $5 super chat. You can click on
Favorite characters in Naruto. Mine is Madara, Pain, and Itachi. Well, for Naruto, I'm not like the biggest fan of it, but of what I've seen, Kakashi Sensei is my favorite character.
Yeah, I know nothing about anime. Everybody knows this, so I apologize. But at least we have Ivan here. Do you watch anime, Random?
Not much.
Okay. Star Wars for life. Hey, all of you, Jeremy, if you go to Celebration, are you going to dress up as a character? I'm not. I will go as this asshole that has a YouTube channel. I'm going to dress up like him, and he screams about Kathleen Kennedy a lot. So
You should only wear white.
Go all white. Just be
Yeah.
like, I think I'm going to wear a Make America Great Again hat and everything. So just going all out. So let's see where we at. Random's hair matches her chair. She planned it that way.
Kind of. Yeah.
Let me see. I think we're caught up again. Let's see. Mega Jetty says, is every characteristic YouTuber or charismatic YouTuber named Jeremy? Oh no. It's attack of Jeremy's. Yes, right. We are charismatic. That's right. Yeah, I like it. We got a compliment here for once in my live stream, and I'm gonna screenshot that and frame it. Is what I'm gonna do.
You should.
The Grand Inquisitor. I thought you unsubbed, Grand Inquisitor. Ivan, was that Halloween and were you Freddie Mercury? That's the only way it worked. And I'm not saying the last part, Grand Inquisitor, not doing it.
So the story behind that is I was in the drama club and they wanted us to like express ourselves in a way and like portray ourselves for an entire day at school in a grand manner or in a way that would make us step out of a comfort zone. So I was like, I'm going to wear the most Mexican sweatshirt I have. I'm going to wear a red wig, and I'm going to be walking around high school with a horsey. So that happened.
Oh man, good stuff. Here MW77 Leia footage wasn't good enough for 7, but okay for 9.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's kind of scary. That's kind of scary. Like, what footage do they actually have? Are they going to use? I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, you see a lot of the deleted scenes and stuff from movies, and sometimes you're like, why did they leave that out? You know what I mean? And Ivan can probably speak to that better than I can. But they could have some decent footage, but I doubt it. And I think it's going to come off more awkward than anything else. That's what I think. I think it's going to be distracting and awkward. And so we'll see. But if it's distracting and awkward, it'll be just like The Last Jedi. So, all right. Let's see. The Cobra Viper. Are you familiar with Mark Bellamo and his toy books? If not, you should order his new G.I. Joe book. I'm not familiar with him, but if he has a new G.I. Joe book, I'm a fan. Bill Stevens, asshole with a YouTube channel. That leaves out Alex Jones now. Shade. Lots of shade being thrown. Brighton Cherry says, Jeremy, wear a dress. That's not happening ever, so you don't have to worry about that. Like Jeremy hasn't ever cross-dressed. I have not. I've never cross-dressed. Never. Pagan God X. Never. Just not my thing, man. Let's see. Dio Brando, how do you guys feel about malt in milkshakes, liquor, etc.? I've never had malt in milkshakes, and I don't drink liquor. So what do you guys think?
Well, like malted milk or... Oh, sorry.
No, go.
Like Whoppers, like the stuff that's inside the Whopper powder. Is that like because you can just like go to Hardee's and get a malt or Carl's Jr. So, and that's delicious. But I don't know if that's what he's talking about.
My first official job in the United States was a shake maker at Steak and Shake, and I had to do plenty of malt shakes when they were still available. And I tried it, and I hated it. It's just disgusting. So I really didn't like it. So I guess anything with malt, I would not like at all.
Jabba's Southern Slobber Biscuits. Oh my God, this is hilarious. When cruising the streets of Panama City in jean shorts and a co-ed naked beach volleyball wife beater, do you enjoy tunes by Florida Georgia Line or Color Me Bad? Oh my God.
That was great.
That's fantastic. I can relate to that. I lived in Panama City for about 15 years. But I don't listen to a lot of like music anymore in terms the type of music I listen to movie soundtracks and video game music. That's what I listen to more than anything now. I do occasionally listen to like certain bands that I like from back in the day. I know no current music though. So like Florida Georgia Line, I'd never heard a song from them. I know they're a popular band. I've never heard a song from Florida Georgia Line. Obviously Color Me Bad, that's back in the day, but I don't know anything about Florida Georgia Line. But I appreciate this comment. That's funny as hell. So that's pretty good. All right, let's see. I think Jeremy should go to Celebration as Holdo. Oh my God. How much are you guys going to pay me for that? I don't think you could pay me enough, to be honest with you. So I really don't. But anyway, I think we're going to probably wrap this up in the next 5 or 10 minutes. I've got stuff I got to do. I don't want to keep these amazing people tied up too long. But let's see. Infinite Godican NG. Oh, you're a G.I. Joe fan? Yeah, I always have my Joes behind me, right there off my refrigerator. Right there, my G.I. Joes. Let's see. Oh man, wish you lived here. I just bought the USS Flag. Nice. Now you're gonna need a lot of help putting that thing together. It's huge. You're right about that. That's awesome. Let's see. Geek Slides, what's up, boys? Love that hat, Geeks and Gamers. Thank you. A lot of people asked me about this hat. I get asked. I had people ask me today about it on Twitter. I got this hat from Walt Disney World a long time ago. I don't remember how many years ago it was, but it's been a long time. I think. Let's see. And I have a brand new one on reserve. They don't sell them anymore. I haven't seen them available in years. I don't know why, because it's a really good hat. This hat's lasted me a long time, obviously. So, yeah, but unless you can probably get it on maybe eBay or Amazon, that's the only thing I would know to check, because people ask me about this hat all the time. So, let's see. Buzz McAllister. Jeremy, I'm going to feed you to my tarantula. If you guys don't get that, that's Buzz from Home Alone. Remember when he says, Kevin, I'm going to. So now we have Buzz McAllister, an account. The fact that Buzz McAllister is commenting to me on a live stream on YouTube might be the height of my YouTube career at this point. That might be the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. He actually commented on one of my videos before. It was something hilarious. I was like, this is the greatest thing ever. Buzz from Home Alone is actually complimenting me by commenting. Let's see. Vorkey67, here's a compliment, Jeremy. Your channel is okay. There, happy? I'll take it. I'll take what I can get at this point. Slim pickings right now. Star Wars for Life. What do you think Rey needs to do to become a good character in Episode 9 and get some respect? She needs to. Oh, I don't think she can at this point. I think that the window was passed. Like I said, I liked Rey in The Force Awakens because I thought they were going to give us some answers as to why she was so powerful and good at everything. We didn't get it. And so now I don't know if there's anything they can do outside of, like I said, making her Obi-Wan's daughter or Luke's daughter, whatever they want to do. But even then, everything feels like it's way too late for me. I'd love to hear Ivan and Random's thoughts on this.
Well, you see, this is the thing. They spent 2 movies doing absolutely nothing. They have not achieved anything. They have not progressed in any way, shape, or form. Now they're going to wrap everything in just one movie, or even a 2-parter. Is still like a character is like a house, and you need most importantly a good base, a good ground to stand on. These characters are empty. It's just toothpicks that are trying to barely hold a roof together, and they cannot sustain them. So at this point, what they need to focus on, if they're not going to reboot the entire franchise, is to have her tie-ins to the original characters, and then somehow, some way, give to everything that has happened a purpose and a why. That's really the only way that they can build something up to make this character at least, watchable. That's my opinion.
Yep. Random, what you got?
Yeah, I think first of all, you kind of need to have some sort of situation where she has to sacrifice herself to either save Luke or bring Luke back. Something like that, where she has to be very heroic, and really show some serious flaws in order for us to even have any respect for her. So that's basically all they can really do with her. But she's just she's too perfect. She's so perfect that you can't relate to her, and it's so insulting to women too that you can't really earn anything. You're just handed it because you're a woman. And
Yep.
But yeah.
You know
This
what would be
Buzz-
great?
This Buzz McAllister account. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. God damn it. It's so fucking funny because I love Home Alone so much. All right, go ahead, Ivan.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I just got a random thought that, with what Random just said. What if, like, in the next movie, Kylo Ren completed his training and he is intimidating as hell, and he is just like this menacing presence that just kills Finn and Poe and BB-8 repeatedly, and then we have
that would be badass right there. Actually, just slaughters them like they're nothing. Just
And
like he
then-
did Lord
yeah.
Sekatana or whatever his name was. in the beginning of Force Awakens where he just slashed him like he was nothing.
Yeah.
So
And then we have Rey just like pretty much confident because up to this point she hasn't had any sort of trouble, and we see her kind of being cocky, like, okay, I'm gonna take you, but she can't, and she's like crawling, begging for her life, and Kylo Ren is just like about to give the last strike, and she's like, wait, okay, I'll join you, just like don't kill me. And we see that Rey, is defeated completely. Everything that we knew, like, it just gone. And right before he goes and kills her because he says, you've lost your chance or something, Luke Skywalker comes back from death or something. But at least, to see flaws in Rey and triumphs on Kylo, to have a contrast of character.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true. Herpes McDerpington, time to start another chat war. Medium rare is the only proper way to eat a steak. You're wrong. 100%.
Very wrong.
You're
Yes,
wrong.
Absolutely.
I'm a medium well or a well done guy myself. So chat, tell Herpes McDerpington how wrong they are. What is your preferred steak?
Rare, almost alive. That is the only way to eat it. Anyone that eats a steak above medium, they're not real people.
I'm not real.
No.
I'm not real. That hurts, Ivan. So
You're a white supremacist. You don't qualify as a human.
what you got, Random?
I gotta defend like medium well and well done. I don't like having a lot of pink in the middle of steaks or burgers or anything. But
Yes. It's you gotta burn it, man. Burn that mofo. Burn that mofo. Eric Hawk says, well done, unsubbed. Man, you guys have a very, very specific expectation for me. Like every time I say anything, unsubbed, you motherfucker. I'm like, God, dude, didn't you sub to like for Star Wars? Like my steak? I know they're messing with me. I love it though. I love how they hold me so accountable and they unsub for everything I say. Like, Jeremy, you scratch your nose. Unsubbed. So it's so good. It's so good. Jeremy, have you seen the itchy, scratchy T1 police massacre with T2 score and Princess Bride with lightsabers vid yet? I have not, but I did see your comment, so that's a small victory for me. So you can't be too mad at me. All right, where are we at? I gotta catch up here. I want to make sure I haven't missed anything. All right, Bill Stevens, Random, you're loved and no shade to you. The two others, meh. Just kidding. Love both Jer and Ivan. So, we got some backhanded compliments. We'll take them. We'll take it, Ivan. So,
yeah,
Ivan's just happy to be here. So,
I am.
So
always.
He's just happy he's not building a wall right now. So,
yeah, it's finally a rest. Holy shit.
Go Jerify. What is the point of the Kathleen Kennedy trilogy? The story? Nothing is happening. I don't care. Bingo. Like, what has been accomplished here? Literally nothing. And it goes to their arrogance. Again, it goes back to their arrogance. They believed that Star Wars was such a big brand and the name was so powerful that they didn't have to honor the source material. They didn't have to honor these characters. They felt that they could use this mega property to push their social justice agenda forward. That's what they thought. It shows their arrogance. It shows how short-sighted they are. And it shows that they don't know anything about Star Wars and they don't care about Star Wars. Anybody got anything to add?
No, I agree 100%.
It's very frustrating. So, Nicholas Glenn, has anyone checked out the Game Chasers yet? I still haven't, but it's in my subconscious because you always tell me, but I will watch it. Have either one of you seen the Game Chasers?
No, I haven't.
I want to check this out. It sounds really good. Nicholas Glenn has been harassing me, and I appreciate that. Christopher Plant, another compliment. Your channel is not uninteresting, and it is better than bad.
Great.
That's awesome. That's a great one. The Cobra Viper. What if they pull a Revan where Rey was trained, but mind wiped, and when needed, her training breaks through the wipe, pink and bloody, just like my. Oh, okay. He's talking about. Yeah, I feel like no matter again, even with what Ivan said does sound pretty cool. I would love for episode 9 to start out 5 years after the end of The Last Jedi. 5 years. Kylo Ren is a completely different, character. Maybe he does have his mask back, but maybe it's slightly altered. Maybe it has a lot of damage, a lot of damage where he's been in a lot of fights and a lot of battles. He's completely different. He's a true leader and not a whiny bitch. And it opens up and he just straight up kills Poe and Finn without even thinking about it. And not even putting any emphasis on these characters. Treat them like they are extras. They're fucking dead. They're fucking dead. And Kylo is like, fuck you, motherfuckers. I've wiped out these fucking minority hires because that's all they fucking were in the first place. And I'm fucking whooping some ass. That's what I'm fucking here to do. Just imagine episode 9 starting out within 5 minutes of that happening and tell me you won't sit there and go, oh shit, Happy learned how to putt. Holy shit. But that's not going to happen. I'm just saying, imagine that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be cool. But there's no way it happens. Tico is Snoke. Patrick M. If Tico is Snoke, I will go see episode 9 20 times because that would be amazing. So yeah, but they're saying that won't make it past Kathleen Kennedy. Exactly. Jeremy, do you think they would kill Rey? Absolutely not. Should they kill Rey? They shouldn't kill Rey. But like I said, they should start episode. I think I'm gonna make a video about this shit. Here's my new pitch for episode 9, and I'm gonna say it exactly like I just said it. So starts out 5 years later. Kylo's completely different. He's got his mask, but it's slightly altered. It's got damage. Looks like he's been in a lot of battles and shit. The Knights of Ren are standing there, and Poe and Finn are engaged. Like they were looking for Kylo or something, or Kylo was looking for them. He finds them and he fucking kills them. And you don't fucking hear a goddamn thing about them ever again. They're irrelevant as their characters have been through the sequel trilogy. That's how their deaths will be treated. Kill them. They're done. Never reference them again. And you're like, oh shit. Kylo has yellow eyes. You know what I mean? Like, we need to see it. I don't know. Like, don't leave his mask off, but let us figure out how to see it. I don't need to see the John Travolta hair. At that point, within 20 minutes of episode 9, he needs to find Rey and he needs to beat the. I'm cussing and I'm sorry, but I'm worked up. He needs to find Rey and beat the fuck out of her. Beat her within an inch of her life. Beat the shit out of her. Beat her, black eyes, fucking break her ribs, break her legs, beat the shit out of her. Beat her down. And at this point, you're going 20 minutes in, and Kylo Ren has balls. Holy shit. This is amazing. And then Rey has to find Luke's Force ghost, I guess, even though I would rather Luke be alive. I'm trying to be as realistic as possible here. And Luke has to train her, and he has to help her heal herself using the Force powers and all this stuff that he's teaching her. And then that leads us maybe a 3-hour movie at tops, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Dark Knight Rises was 2 hours and 45 minutes. And then that brings us to works us to the final battle, where then we can see a real fight with 2 trained Force users, where Rey's not holding the lightsaber like my daughter when she was 4 years old at Toys R Us, because that's exactly how Rey held it in The Force Awakens. Okay, I'm slowing down now. I apologize for the cussing. So anyway.
So we have proper Jeremy, and then we have preacher Jeremy.
Oh, man, let's see. I'm reading what they say. Cut off her legs, says Elric. Cut off her legs. Fucking cut off her legs. All right. All right, let me see what we have here. Oh man. So many super chats. How the hell? Okay. Basil says, burn that sheet, brother. Nicholas Glenn, random, how did you and Doomcock get hooked up with each other? How did you and Doomcock meet, and how did you become part of his channel and everything like that?
Well, I started, I found his channel because Rob from Midnight's Edge shouted him out like way back in November or October or whatever. I was an instant subscriber. It took me a couple of months to decide I could afford to be a patron. So I was a Patreon supporter. We have like a ton of stuff in common. So we chat quite a lot about stuff. So just everything under the sun. He's all over the place with his interests, just like I am. So yeah, we're just, I don't know. What was the question?
Oh yeah, how did you guys meet, and how did you guys?
So
Get hooked up.
yeah, and basically I've been just anything I can to help out behind the scenes in his channel. Got my Patreon Legionnaire kit from his Patreon thing. So yeah, I'm a huge fan. So
Yep. Let's
I
see.
can't
Yeah.
speak for him, but-
Now they will accuse us of violence against women. Thanks, Jeremy.
Hey, for the record, I think Ray should be beat down too. She's way too overpowered.
We have-
Ray's
we-
to
yeah, we
Star
have-
Wars what Mikey Spock is to Star Trek. So
Well, we have the approval of a woman, so I'm good. I'm good,
Women.
Twitter. I'm good. You can't come after me with your pussy hats because I've got the respect of a woman on here and a Mexican. So
Yeah.
Let's see. Did my stream go down?
I don't know.
Is the stream gone? Really?
What?
I'm trying to see right now. Is it down for you, Random?
it doesn't look like it's down for me. They're saying they need to refresh. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, stream's good. Stream's good. Okay. All right, good. We're good. Proper Jeremy. Proper Jeremy. We have gotten rid of that lunatic preacher Jeremy. He's no longer here. This is proper Jeremy. There's not going to be any violence against women. There's not going to be any disrespectful wall discussion of the amazing minority that is Ivan Ortega, who is such a talented filmmaker, yet regular preacher Jeremy, he just likes to disrespect him and take his little "Make America Great Again" jokes. It's not going to happen on my watch. This is proper Jeremy's show now. All right, so let's get back to the super chat. Jesse James. Hey, Ivan, I sent you, Jer, an email about fan film. Okay, first of all, Jesse James, you don't spell you with the letter U. It is Y-O-U. Don't bring your improper spelling to this proper show ran by proper Jeremy. Okay, I can't keep this shit up. All right.
Yeah, I
more.
was so close to hanging up this thing. I was just like, come on.
Okay, Morith says, I'm going to give you to the count of 3 to get your lousy, lying, low-down, full flushing carcass out my door. 1, 2, brrr. All right, that's a Home Alone reference. God dang, I want to watch Home Alone right now. I just love it. And that was
That
Home
should be
Alone.
a watch party.
Oh yeah,
Like
totally.
I saw that in the theater as a kid. I've seen it a million times. I've got 1 and 2 on my shelves back there. So
Totally. Oh man, I love me some Home Alone 1 and 2. All right, Bill Stevens says, and a $20 super chat. Thank you, Bill. My girlfriend said this is the last super chat I can send, so I go big. Love you all. Ivan, thanks for finishing the wall. Random for High Council. Jeremy, in this thing with proper Jeremy. I'm done. Well, you just got some really good proper Jeremy. I thank you for your final super chat. Thank you to your girlfriend for allowing you to send one more. And just appreciate all the support throughout the show, man. Really do. Nick Zona Trash. Jeremy, who are these people? You soy boy. Now tell Ivan to get back to the kitchen to make us Tico tacos. Jay Pillin says Home Alone 3, 4, 5, 6 are great. Those don't exist. So I don't know what you're talking about. I honestly have never seen anything outside of the Macaulay Culkin ones. So hashtag not my Home Alone. So Basil, beat Ray like she owes you money. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we're going to wrap this up. We lost a shit ton of viewers when that lag happened. So anyway, thank you to everyone that participated tonight. We consistently were over 500 viewers or 400 viewers. Appreciate that. Then Random, do you want to have a parting shot? Do you want to have anything to say about your channel? I'll drop links to both of your channels as you guys are talking.
yeah, subscribe to my channel. I talk a lot more about Star Trek than Star Wars, but I do talk a little bit about Star Wars. I go live a lot. Sometimes I play guitars, and I have a Patreon. Subscribe to me. Subscribe to Doomcock. He would have been here today. Subscribe to Doomcock as well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have Doomcock on probably Thursday of this week. I'll keep you guys posted on Twitter. He was supposed to be on tonight, but we just had some scheduling conflicts, so I'm looking forward to that. Dropped links to both Ivan and Random's channel. And what you got, Ivan?
Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for actually like wanting me here. Like it's great to see, you know, some of you that are on my live streams and then come here. It's like, you know, it's the feeling of community is something that it's absolutely amazing. So just thank you for being here.
Yeah, and I appreciate everybody. We had an awesome live stream. You guys got to see Proper Jeremy. You got to see, I guess now Preacher Jeremy's a new thing now, where I start gonna Rant Jeremy. Rant Jeremy is probably one that I'm shocked does not have a Twitter account yet. But Proper Jeremy's doing a great job on Twitter. I can't keep up with how many parody accounts I have now, so keep them coming. It's all good. I'll retweet you guys anytime. And anyway, for Random Game User 42, for Ivan Ortega, I am regular Jeremy, but I'm Proper Jeremy now. But anyway, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for the support. I'll see you Tuesday for the High Council. I probably will go live again tonight, also here on the channel. So I'll let you guys know. Definitely going to be live tomorrow. And for the High Council, then Doomcock later this week. We got a lot going on. You guys have a great night. Check out geeksandgamers.com, and I'll talk to you later.